There's a bit of an art to the 10-minute meal, and one of the things you need to master is stocking the right ingredients. With a little cooked rice in the fridge, smoked summer sausage, and fresh broccoli, we can be eating delicious and hearty dishes like this one every night of the week. So here's some of the ingredients that we're going to be using today for our recipe. And one of the most important things that we're going to be using today is our capital summer sausage. Now the reason we're going with this is it's the perfect blank canvas meat and protein that we could be using for our sauce. It's peppery, it's smoked, it's delicious, and it's gonna go really well with any sauce that we're gonna pair it with. The focus is easy. We wanna keep it easy because sometimes, you know, especially like one of the previous episodes here that we did with our scalloped potatoes, as much as it's an amazing, incredible recipe, it is a bit of a time-consuming one. You know, you got the oven to deal with and you gotta plan it out. You need a couple hours to make that, where this is the opposite. So you really only need about 10 minutes to make this dish. And I'm gonna show you how right now. First off, we wanna score the outer casing of our summer sausage so we can peel it easily. Then we wanna cube the sausage by cutting it in these 1/4-inch sheets before turning them on their side and making some strips. Then we give them one last chop and end up with these perfectly bite-sized summer sausage cubes. Now set those aside and prep your broccoli. I like to use fresh broccoli for the texture, but you can definitely use frozen as well. Just try to make sure that your broccoli is cut in a way where you get at least one flat side to each piece. This is going to help with the cooking process later and help us get the most flavor out of our broccoli. We're starting with our broccoli because it's raw, it's hard, we need to soften this up, and it's going to take a lot more time than our sausage. Our summer sausage is smoked and ready to eat, so we're mostly just heating it up and getting a little bit of color on the outside. So we're starting with our broccoli. A couple tablespoons of olive oil. I don't know, maybe 2-3 tablespoons, okay? And I'm just gonna go in with my hand here and just mix it up. And I'm just gonna start laying this down on the flat side, okay? So you can see once some pieces are starting to get some color, I'm actually gonna go ahead and turn the heat down a little bit because I want the color to be a little more even across the broccoli. But once we start getting some color and you can start smelling this broccoli, it starts getting that vibrant green color, we can go ahead and add our sausage in. Add it kind of all throughout. Okay. I love the smell that's coming off of it. So I feel like kind of doing a honey sriracha today. So we're gonna be using honey, we're gonna be using sriracha hot sauce, we're gonna be using a little bit of soy sauce, and for a kick, we're also gonna use some Dijon mustard. The honey is something that once it hits the pan, it's gonna start to caramelize and bubble up. And so I like to do this when the heat's not all the way up, and I like to do this first. So we're gonna add in a couple tablespoons here, maybe 2 tablespoons, 2.5 tablespoons of honey, just like that. And you can see it start to bubble, okay? Now right away, we wanna go in and add in almost an equal amount of our sriracha sauce, okay? And we're gonna give this a little stir. It's so fragrant from the chilies and the sriracha sauce and the garlic. Now at this point, we're gonna put in just a couple teaspoons of soy sauce, okay? So I'm gonna kind of push everything forward. I'm gonna use my spoon here. I'm gonna push everything to one side of the pan and I'm gonna give myself a little bit of space here. We're gonna add in a little bit of soy sauce, just about that much. And we wanna let it bubble up before we mix it in with everything, okay? Just like that. We wanna see some bubbles before we mix everything together. So that's looking perfect. And the last thing we're gonna do here is we're gonna put in, just because I'm feeling like it for a little bit of kick, we got some Dijon mustard. We're not gonna put very much of this at all. This is optional if you're not a fan of mustard or Dijon mustard at all. Just about that much. Now for what I'm feeling, this is looking a little bit dry. So I'm actually gonna add just a splash of water. We're gonna use that to deglaze the bottom of the pan. And you can do this with other things as well. You could use chicken broth. You could use a little more soy sauce. I'm just gonna go with water today. Just like that. And you can see all that color that you get in the water right away. So that's looking pretty good to me. We're gonna take that off the heat and that's ready to go on our cooked rice. If you wanna see how I cook this rice, you can check out our fried rice video. All I did is I used, for every 1 cup of rice, I used 1.5 cups of chicken broth and a little bit of hot sauce. So we've got our rice here, and we're just gonna take our summer sausage, or glazed summer sausage, or broccoli. We're just gonna drop that on top. Okay, and see we got some of this sauce here, which is good for our rice. Oops. Now as an optional step here, I got some chopped green onions. So nothing really to it, just rinsed and chopped. We're gonna drop a few of those on top. Now this is exactly everything I'm looking for in a dinner. We got some protein in there, we got some vegetables in there, we got some filler in there with the rice so I could eat a fair bit of this because I'm a guy who likes to eat and I don't have to feel too guilty about it. I know I'm gonna be full. Perfect. And it's quick, so it doesn't get too much better than this. And you can make this taste like anything you want. Like I said, today I used honey and sriracha as the base for our sauce, but you can use all kinds of other stuff. You could do honey mustard, you could do barbecue sauce, you could do really whatever you're craving. But I was in the mood for this today and it's smelling so good, so I gotta dig into this. I gotta give this a go. Cheers.
Cheers.
Usually Nick comes in here because you know everyone needs a break once in a while, so this is our meal break. But then I feel like I'm always kicking him off. He comes and goes so quick. So I want to know what you think. I think everyone wants to know what you think about this one.
I think broccoli is my favorite vegetable. The summer sausage is quite tasty. It's got the honey is just melded onto it. It's exceeding my expectations.
Perfect. You think this is a good call if someone's got limited time and they want to make something?
Oh yeah.
Keep in mind, we used cooked rice, okay? So that contributes to the fact that that it's a 10-minute dish. Personally, I do always keep cooked rice in the fridge because I like to put stuff like this together. I think it just makes cooking throughout the week so much easier. Not everybody's gonna have cooked rice in the fridge, but you should start if you don't have cooked rice in the fridge because it's amazing.
And you touched on a big thing there where like this will fill you up.
Definitely, a big bowl. I mean, I made big bowls here. You could serve yourself any size you want, but I noticed on a previous video, there was a comment in there where after I said it serves 5-6 people, someone's like, no way, not with my family, you know, not the way they eat. Where this is something where the portion sizes, if you're like me and you like to eat maybe a little bit too much, this is a good option for you too.
Like us.
I'm feeling incredible. You know that feeling when you eat like exactly what you're craving? That's kind of what I'm going through right now. I want to thank all of you for watching the video and getting this far. I want to thank you for all of your comments and all of your likes and shares because it really goes a long way for a small channel like ours. I can't tell you how much we appreciate it. It really means the world to us. And I hope you all get a chance to make this. If you do, let us know how it is. And with that, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.